I'm heartbroken. I don't know what to do. I'm still not ready to accept it that we are broken up.
शादी नहीं होनी बाबा इससे. Rishi needs to accept the reality that the stars are already saying that he and Jen are never going to be together. Real answer तुम दोनों की शादी नहीं होनी थी, ठीक है, और ना हो सकती है.
Nitesh might be right that Jen and I aren't meant to be together. I believe in love more than astrology. I'm not ready to give up. I'll fight for us.
How many times can you tell someone that, hey, guess what? Your relationship is never, ever, 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 ever going to work? How many times can you tell someone that your relationship is never, ever, ever, ever going to work? It's crazy though, because his friend literally told him multiple times, right? And it's crazy because in the original scene, when he had a conversation with his friend who does the astrology, you know, Rishi was begging for him to just tell him something, give him a little bit of hope. And that was the freaking date. But in reality, the date was never going to be a fact. The date was never going to matter because it was never going to change. You know what I mean? But the crazy thing is always that I understand the concept of what's happening here, but their relationship wasn't never not going to work because of astrology. It was never not going to work because Rishi never stood up for Jen to his family. It was never going to work because Jen was always going to be too old for him because she can't have any children with him anyway. It was never going to work because Jen would never live with him and his family. Meanwhile, he would. So in reality, take away the friend and all that kind of mumbo jumbo that they believe in, it was just never going to work anyway because there were so many other obstacles in the way. Which is why I guess now we're in a position where so many people are like, boom, you know what? We respect Summit so much more because at least he went off and actually married his wife, you know what I mean? And he's gone off there and actually lived with her. Despite the family's, you know, this and that, at least he's actually making her a priority. Rishi, on the other hand, talking about, I feel heartbroken. If you feel heartbroken, then why did you not stand up for your woman? Why did you not say that, listen, this is the woman that I proposed to. This is the woman that I chose to marry. In fact, this is the woman that I proposed to not once, but twice. So therefore, I know that I'm in love and I know that she's the one for me. Wherever I have your blessed note, I'm still going to be with her anyway. Why didn't he do that? Why not? Or why not just get on a plane and go to the States and just be like, it is what it is. This is the woman that I want to be with. Instead of sitting there going, I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken. You know, I know my friend, my astrology friend said that I can't be with her, but I still haven't given up. You gave up the moment that you did not stand up for your woman, you donut. Like, come on, man, don't mess about with me. Like, this guy is a clown. He's trying to mess with people's intelligence. Salesman, pipe yourself down. And you know what? In fact, you need to be sacked from your job as a salesman because now you're just becoming pathetic. You're becoming that desperate salesman that would do anything just for a sale. You know them ones there. Them kind of salesmen there, they'll take, listen, this guy right here needs to pipe himself down. But anyway, let's just continue with what else madness went down on this week's episode with Rishi and his stupidity. But yeah.
I want to say, don't go, don't leave me. But for me, it's like really hard to say or express anything right now.
Isn't it interesting how Rishi's all about me? And that's another thing. If you really cared and loved about Jen, then why didn't you ever make any of your feelings about Jen? His feelings are always about himself. That's one thing. That's nothing that I've just deep right there. You know what I mean? Like when Jen and the friends pulled up to the family and told the family the truth, he was like, oh, she did this, and that to me. You know, if she had just listened to me. But why doesn't he ever sit there and say, well, you know what? If I didn't make Jen wait as long as she did, then maybe she would never done what she did with her friends. Maybe if I didn't let Jen, you know, wait as long as she did, maybe she would have done this and that. Like even at the dinner table, right, with the friends when they went to the restaurant, and then Jen got up and stormed off. The friend was like, you should be you going to get her. But instead of him being the one to go and get her, what did he do? He just sat there and then allowed the friends to go and get Jen. Like, honestly, this guy is so narcissistic. Like, well, I don't know if that's the correct word to use necessarily, but he's such a me little B-I-C-T-H. It's freaking annoying. Me. And even this meeting right here that they're having, guess who set it up? Jen. That's another thing I realized. This guy never makes first contact neither. He's a waste man.
Listen, it's really hard to let you go, but I have to let you go because I need you to let me go too.
But he's too much in his feelings. He wants to cry all the time. Let's so get a tissue for Rishi. I want to know, where was this energy? Where was this type of energy, this type of emotion when the family was saying Wagwan? This guy had the chance to do that, to be honest with you. Wow. I would, if I was a female and watching the show, I would stay away from this guy. He's probably mad. He got issues. He needs to go seek therapy. You know what I'm saying? The thing that's even more annoying about Rishi is that he's made Jen come out as like a good person. And I'm not saying Jen's a bad person, but Jen she's no saint. That's not something that I can ever ignore. It's not something that we should all ever ignore. But at the end of the day, when we have a situation of a toxic relationship, there's always going to be one that is worse than the other. There's always going to be one that's more manipulative than the other. There's always going to be one that's going to be more dramatic than the other. You get the point. It's never really 50-50 in a toxic relationship, right? There's always one that's worse off. And in this situation, Rishi is just one level too. I can only give massive credit for Jen saying, you know what, this is over. I'm done with you now. I can't be doing this anymore. Ah, boy, bye.
If you want this, so I can do for you. We spent a lot of beautiful memories.
I just love the way he says, like, if you want that I can do for you. Bro, like, what do you mean I can do for you? Who the hell do you think you are?
You're a beautiful person. You have a beautiful heart.
Okay, if she has a beautiful heart, then why did you waste her time for 3 bloody years? You know what I mean? If she has a beautiful heart, then why didn't you be honest? If someone's got a beautiful heart, then that means you're in a position where you're always going to be honest with them every single step of the way. You're not going to sugarcoat anything. You're not going to blindside them. You're going to keep everything 100% transparent. Like I said, the salesman who just keeps selling nonsense.
That's why I fall in love with you.
Well, you didn't fall in love with her enough for you to defend her to the family. I can say that much. Mm-hmm.
I know it's just because of the circumstances. Otherwise, like, we live together for forever.
No. It's not the circumstances. It's that the fact that you did not stand up and say, this is my woman. Get it for your thick skull. I love the way he's deflecting and saying, well, if it wasn't for the family, basically, I would be with you. Nah, bro. If it wasn't for you and your dumbass attitude, then you would be together. But no, you're a little pum boy. Yeah, I kind of feel what I was going to really say there.
I wanted to think that it could work, and
Jen, you're delusional. I don't know why you even thought it was ever going to work, to be honest with you. Like I said, Jen is no saint. I wanted to think it was going to work, man. Why? What made you think it was going to work?
I guess I felt like if I tried hard enough that I could make it work, but I just feel like I have no control right now.
I mean, listen, one person can try as hard as they can to make a relationship work, but it doesn't matter how hard that one person works. Both people in the relationship have to work hard, or work equally as hard, shall I say, or equally as whatever, right, for a relationship to work. They say that a relationship dies the moment that one person stops putting in the effort. A relationship will only last as long as both people involved are more than happy to keep putting that effort. You dig what I'm saying? And that's why I guess sometimes you have couples therapy to remind you both that, hey, the reason why it's going down is because you're now distracted with this, you're distracted with that, and now both your attentions ain't in the right place. Or your attention is in the right place, but you're neglecting it because you're this and that. So Jen, to be honest with you, the fact is this though, you're delusional to the fact that you thought that you could make a relationship work by yourself. Because in reality, this relationship that you had with Rishi only lasted as long as it did because of you. Because you kept allowing him to give you excuses for his behavior. If you had actually sat there and said to yourself, hold on a minute, why is it I'm the one that's always doing this, this and that, and this man's always giving me just excuse after excuse after excuse, but there's never any progression. If you had recognized that, then you wouldn't be in this situation. But hey, Jen, you're the one with the master's degree, so who am I to tell you anything, right? You're the intelligent one between you and I, right? Go by. We continue.
I'm feeling empty from inside, and I don't know that I will ever see Jen again.
Bro, I can you feel empty inside when you was empty the whole time? Don't tell me that your heart was ever filled with any love for Jen, because if it was, your actions would have been so much more different. That is the bottom line. That is the bottom line.
Nice to meet you too.
How are you doing, Reese? How are you?
I'm doing good. How's you? Hi to all of you.
We're doing just fine. The last time we saw you,
I kind of played this bit here a little bit early, so I got to kind of pause it real quick. My apologies.
guys had a roller coaster relationship and it came to an end. Have you been in contact at all?
We've talked a little.
Ah, okay. Can't wait.
Well, that's all we got for them in the tell-all section of today's episode. So I guess we'll find it next week. But I wanted to play that little bit there because I don't like the fact that it looks as if like there could be some sort of comeback to their relationship. Because if there's going to be some sort of comeback to their relationship, then that means there's going to be a comeback from them both on the show. I don't want to see neither one of them two back on the show again. You know what I'm saying? But as TLC peeps, we never get what we want, do we? We always get what we don't want, to be honest with you. So we'll probably see them again. But to be honest with you, if Jen has decided to take Rishi back, just that little bit of respect that I had for her, for the fact that she finally left him, gone. Never coming back. Never coming back. Because that's the only thing that she did this season that was respectful. Realizing that time had been done. The fact is, the man even admitted to you that he knew that your age was going to be an issue, but he never wanted to tell you at the beginning. But you know what? I'm not going to waste my energy right now with too much about Jen. We've got next week for that anyway, so I'll leave it as that. Either way, you guys let me know what you're thinking down below and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, sub, and of course, peace.